You ever had one of those neighbors who just decides your property is theirs? Yeah, that's how my little slice of peace turned into a 3-month war I never saw coming. Name's Eddie Morales, 53 years old, retired electrician. Spent 30 years crawling through attics and under malls wiring other people's dreams. So when I finally bought my corner lot in Pinebrook Ridge, all I wanted was quiet. My wife Lydia was battling early-stage Parkinson's, and that lawn, perfect Kentucky bluegrass, sprinkler system I wired myself, was supposed to be her garden, her therapy, our safe place. I poured every hour and dollar into it. Then Donna Blake showed up. You know the type, expensive highlights, luxury SUV, think stop signs are for peasants. She lived in a house twice the size of ours, married to a contractor who built half the neighborhood. First morning, I see her white Mercedes hop the curb and slice right across my new lawn to shave off maybe 30 seconds of driving. Tires spinning, dirt flying, and me standing there with a mug of coffee and the dumb look of a man who just watched his retirement dream get tire-tracked. At first, I told myself it was an honest mistake. Next day, same thing. Third day, same time, 7:42 a.m., same reckless turn. I installed a little motion cam, and there she was, sunglasses, phone to her ear, engine screaming across my yard like it was a racetrack. So, I walked over, tried to keep it civil. Morning, ma'am, I'm Eddie. Just wanted to mention, this is actually my property you're driving through. Without even looking up, she goes, it's a free country, Eddie. Maybe don't plant so close to the road if you can't handle a little traffic. That tone, the kind that makes your blood warm and your hands clench. I told her I had survey stakes marking the property line. She finally looks up, smile sharp as a knife. Are you threatening me? Because my husband built this place. I'm on the HOA board. You might want to learn how things work around here. I walked home with gravel crunching under my boots, every step heavier. Lydia was watching from the window, and I could see worry in her eyes. That night, I didn't sleep much. 30 years of wiring systems taught me one thing. When something keeps shorting out, you fix it at the source. That weekend, I built what I called the courtesy light system. 8 motion sensor floodlights, wired perfectly along my property line. Monday morning, her Mercedes hits that corner. Boom. 10,000 lumens of daylight right in her windshield. The brakes screamed. She laid on the horn like she was summoning demons. I laughed so hard I spilled my coffee. But Donna didn't laugh. That night she snuck out, black yoga outfit, sneakers, and kicked every one of those lights down. What she didn't know was I'd wired a backup circuit, battery-powered, and cameras that caught her tantrum from every angle. Next morning, HOA complained in my mailbox. Excessive lighting creating neighborhood disturbance. Signed by, guess who? Donna Blake, HOA treasurer. That's when I realized this wasn't about grass anymore. It was about control. Then fate sent me a little gift. My insurance adjuster came to assess the vandalism and noticed something odd about my property markers. Eddie, you ever get a survey done yourself? These look off. So I called my buddy Frank, old surveyor I'd worked with years ago. He brings his laser equipment, takes a few readings, and looks at me like I just won the lottery. You're kidding me. Eddie, your land extends another 16 feet past those fake markers. Her driveway, that fancy stone wall, and your poor lawn shortcut, all on your property. 16 feet. She'd been trespassing every single day. And the kicker? Her husband's name was on the altered survey filed with the county, corrected for compliance. Yeah, compliance my ass. When I told Donna, she laughed, that brittle laugh of someone losing control. You think a piece of paper's gonna save you, Eddie? My husband is compliance. Then she leaned in close and whispered, you start something with us, you'll regret it. That night, I poured a whiskey, sat on my porch, and stared at the tire tracks glowing under the floodlights. Regret? Nah. I was done being pushed around. See, electricians, we understand foundations, stress, load, permanence. The next morning, I drove down to the hardware yard and ordered a decorative concrete bollard, 5 feet deep, steel reinforced, the kind that could stop a delivery truck. Told them it was for landscaping. Cost me $280 and my last ounce of patience. By Friday, it stood proud, 42 inches tall, granite top, little bronze plaque that read Pinebrook Memorial Garden, 2025. Looked harmless, respectable even. But to a Mercedes cutting corners? It was a brick wall. Monday, 7:42 a.m., coffee in hand. I could almost smell the moment coming. Her engine roared. She took that corner, and physics took the wheel. The crunch echoed like thunder. Hood crumpled. Tire popped. Steam hissing out like a dragon. She jumped out screaming. "You did this on purpose," I said, calm as a man who finally slept well. "That's a decorative feature, ma'am. 8 inches inside my property line." She called the cops. Officer rolls up, measures, nods. "Ma'am, this bollard's legal. You, however, have been driving on private property." The look on her face, priceless. But Donna wasn't done. A week later, Mrs. Perez from next door showed me phone footage. Donna in her driveway yelling into her phone, "I don't care what it costs. Get a crew out here and make that thing disappear. Say it's utility work." Next morning, a yellow excavator rolls down the street like something out of a bad movie. Guy in a hard hat, no city logos, just a fake orange vest. I called the gas company, no work orders. Water department, nothing. Power company, nope. I hit record on my phone. She's out there waving her manicured hands, shouting, "Right there. Make it look like a gas leak." The cop car showed up faster than she could blink. Turns out the operator recorded her too, offering 10 grand cash to accidentally hit my bollard. She was cuffed on the spot. Fraud, impersonation, attempted vandalism, bribery, you name it. And when they dug deeper, it all unraveled. Her husband had been faking surveys across multiple properties, stealing land, greasing palms at City Hall. Whole network of crooked inspectors. FBI got involved. The neighborhood turned out in droves when they were taken away in matching handcuffs. Felt like the 4th of July. Months later, the Blake's mansion went up for sale, cheap. The HOA dissolved. We started a new committee, one that actually listens. I donated my insurance payout to a little community legal fund so no one else would get bullied again. Lydia's garden finally bloomed. Lavender, thyme, and rosemary around that same concrete bollard that started it all. Now every morning, I sit there with my coffee, watching the sun hit that granite cap, and I think about how close I came to letting someone like Donna steal my peace. People stop by, take pictures. Some call it the Justice Post. Kids ride their bikes around it like it's a landmark. Funny thing, Donna once told me I'd regret standing up to her. She was right, in a way. I regret waiting so long to do it. And sometimes, when new folks move in, I tell them the story, how one stubborn electrician built something that couldn't be moved. So tell me, what would you have done? Would you fight back, or let it go? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Maybe your story's the next one I tell. And hey, if you believe in standing your ground, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who's dealing with their own neighborhood nightmare. Because sometimes the smallest concrete thing can hold up a whole lot of justice.